Hey friends, it's Rachel Archelaus, and I want to bring you on a couple hikes that I went on and talk about how we can use what we have around us to support our truth unfolding and support the elimination of judgment from our lives and from us judging other people. So get ready to watch some really beautiful scenery and contemplate with me.
This is the weirdest thing. I'm at Macedonia, Brooke, my favorite state park in the whole world. And it says closed, campground closed for 2017. Nobody's here. I don't know if that means there's no hiking too. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to go hiking anyway. If I do not return, you know where I am.
So when I go into the woods or near a lake or just surround myself in some kind of nature, I instantly relax and I feel surrounded by myself. It's like I feel very at home, like that's where I belong. It's like a natural place for me to be. I don't feel like that in a house, and I don't feel like that in other buildings. And I think this is a pretty human thing. I mean, humans have been shown scientifically to benefit from even 10 minutes of nature exposure. I started realizing that when I was looking around, I saw dead leaves on the ground, I saw rotting trees, I saw diseased leaves that were falling. I saw insects burrowing into things. I saw little chipmunks. I saw broken shells of acorns that squirrels have gotten to. And I saw beautiful flowers and trees leafing out and amazing health and vibrance and total abundance. And I thought, wow, everything here has value. Everything has value. There is nothing here that exists in nature that doesn't have value, right? Everything works together. If there were no annoying mosquitoes, the frogs would be hungry. And if there were no falling dead leaves, then we wouldn't be regenerating the soil. Being surrounded in a place, in an environment where everything has value was so beneficial to me. Because often we think of our value as how much money we have, how we're helping people, and we try to intellectualize our value. We try to compare what we're doing to other people, and we try to look for the obvious of like, what do people value, and that makes what I value real. But when everything has value, the same value, the flower is not valued more than that dead leaf, then you can kind of take matters into your own hands and say, just because I exist, I have value. And I have just as much value as you or you or you. And that is such a calming, grounding thing. And I really, really love that. Very, very, very much. And the second part of that is if everything has value, there really can't be any judgment, right? Everything is equal. So the rock does not judge the lichen that is growing on it, and the tree doesn't judge the mushrooms that are growing at its roots. Everything is neutral and everything is harmonized. And if we're having fights within ourselves, we can imagine it being like a fight in the forest. So that doesn't really happen, right? Like when there is a raging stream, the rocks that don't usually get wet don't get mad about it, right? And so when the stream is emptier, there's just some space there. There's some space held at the sides. And if the leaves get wet that are usually dry, they don't get upset. They don't start cursing. They don't get angry. Everything just kind of works in the moment. In the moment, everything is fine. So extra water, great. Not enough water, great. Everything adapts. That's what nature is really good at. And that's why biodiversity based on region is so important, right? We won't get into that whole discussion, but basically, you can have a different type of grass growing in your neighborhood as opposed to your friend's neighborhood across the way, because each plant can adapt to its available nutrients, to its microclimate, and we are like that too. We are amazing beings. We have so much amazing capacity to adapt, to thrive, to produce and receive and generate love. We are incredible. And if we just know that we have value and we release the judgments in our life, in ourselves, about the world, because nature doesn't have judgment, nature doesn't know judgment. And so if we become more like that forest or the lake, then we are really going to have a much easier time in the world. We're going to discover synchronicities that help us along our path. We're going to actually look better because we're going to be more relaxed. We're going to find that we want to do some movement naturally. We don't have to shame ourselves into anything. And let's just get back to our natural state, because that is where it's at. That is where the extra energy is that you're looking for. So you don't have to go hiking to do that. You can, grab a blanket and just pull off to the side of the road and sit on some grass if that's all you've got. But I highly recommend it. You can bring your music if you want. You can bring a journal, but it'll help you get to your truth, because your truth won't really be visible to you if you have judgments, even under the surface, and if you don't value yourself. So if you don't value your innate gifts, you're never going to believe that you can make a living using them. And if you have judgments about what it is that you want in your life, it's going to be harder to take steps toward making those things real. So those first two steps of removing judgment and knowing and feeling and embodying your own value is really going to go so far for you to feel comfortable in your truth, to sit in your truth, to share your truth, and to live a really happy life. Also, what your truth is will change. It will grow. So it requires being in the moment, just like nature always has to be in the moment. And things might start showing up for you that you never, ever would have thought was true. I remember when I was with my ex-husband, he foreshadowed so many amazing things to me. And I remember just having these awful reactions in the moment. Like our friend Izzy, who traveled the country touring with his music. And I was like, I will never do that. I don't ever want to do something like that. And look at me now. I'm traveling the country in my van for a book tour. So we can't really know what our truth is for next year, for tomorrow, for the next moment, really. All we can really do is find the space within ourselves to go deep, 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 accept what's there, don't judge it, see the value in it, and just trust that it's there for a reason. So I really hope that you find some space in nature to allow you to do that. I hope you have enjoyed this beautiful hike with me, and I'll talk to you next time.
I am back from my hike. I didn't get murdered. I didn't see anyone else either. But since I've been back, I've seen a few cars go by. Nobody stopped or anything. So now I'm back and I don't want to leave. This is amazing, isn't it? Like, hello, stream. There you are. You're beautiful. I saw a lot of signs of like big cats up on the hill, mountain, whatever. And that was pretty cool. I saw a log that looked like a bear when I came around one of the corners, and I was like, uh-oh, there's a bear. But it was not really a bear. It was a log. Oh God, I mean, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I told Eric a couple weeks ago, like, I want to hike during the day and then do some work at night, and that's my life. And I can totally do that. So here I am doing that 2 days in a row. But you guys, oh man, we've been talking about truth and finding out what your truth is. This is my truth. I really, really love the woods. I really feel it all. I feel the water. I feel the chipmunks. I feel the stillness. It's just, oh, I just get lost in it. It's so good. What's your truth? Tell me. I want to know. Over and out.